Whereas the Fire District, regular meeting, June 15, 2016, call to order, please.
Mr. Anderson.
Here.
Mr. Donaldson.
Here.
Mr. Gottner.
Here.
Mr. Tackett.
Here.
Mr. Best.
Here.
Mr. Wayman.
Here.
Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. There's such a minutes. All right. For a motion to approve the minutes of 5/18/16, please.
Move to approve, Mr. Chairman.
And a second, please.
I'll second.
Any discussion? No discussion, we'll have, roll call, please.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Donaldson.
Yes.
Mr. Gottner.
Yes.
Mr. Tackett.
Yes.
Mr. Best.
Yes.
Mr. Wayman.
Yes.
Okay. Financial report, we don't have a fiscal officer, so what do we want to do here?
I got
You got it?
it, yeah. Joanne's not here, she said the last meeting she wouldn't be here. We're supposed to have the public hearing for the budget tonight,
We're not.
but we're not gonna have that because there was a little snafu in the 10-day notice in the newspaper. So we can't do the budget part. We're gonna have to pick another date, special meeting to do that.
Sometime in the near future.
Very quickly, because it's due in July.
The 20th, I understand. Okay, do we want to, since we're talking about that right at this moment, we want to leave that till we get to new business?
We can do the new business, that's fine.
Okay, very good.
I'll just go through Joanne's report that she was gonna do for this evening.
Okay.
We started the month of May with all the funds at a total balance of $1,452,758.30. Our May revenue for all the funds was $220,095.54. Our total revenue for all the funds collected, $1,666,220.03. Our May expenditures for all the funds is $177,854.86. Our total expenditures for all the funds paid out was $1,191,334.95. We're starting off with June with all the funds balance of $1,494,998.98. As of the end of May, we should have spent 42% of our budget. We actually spent 27% in our fire and 36% in the ambulance.
Questions?
So is that in the financial summary?
It should have been in your packet.
The packet that I have has April's, which we already talked about last week. Do you have April's in your packet also?
Electronics May.
Huh?
Yeah, the
Well,
one I
electronics
have.
maybe, but the packet here that I have is April's summary.
Yeah, same one I have.
Okay, so, I'd like a hard copy of these.
May? Okay, hard copy of that.
Same thing.
I'll get it all out to you.
Thank you. Hard copy, please.
Hard copy?
Hard copy for myself.
Chief, are we going to continue to get the breakdown with the pie charts and the,
Yeah, we have those. We just,
I find those extremely helpful and important, and I was hoping to see that tonight.
now, you guys, did you decide on which ones you wanted? Because if we print these off, there's like 54 pages. I think you just need the summaries, correct?
We were talking about just the summary.
Yeah, the overviews.
Right.
Just like
We-
we originally.
We'll get you a copy before you head out tonight, so you have it. Unless, I don't know, did it get put in the packet now or not? No? Okay. We'll get you a copy of that before we head out. The next part is the bills and the payrolls. Your bills are $45,422.32. Payrolls $131,565.82 for a total of $176,988.14. You guys have any questions on any of those? move that we pay the bills and the payroll.
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any more discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Donaldson?
Yes.
Mr. Gantner?
Yes.
Mr. Takis?
Yes.
Mr. Best?
Yes.
Mr. Wayman?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Okay, there will not be a public hearing tonight, as we've discussed. We have the open public portion, I believe. And then
Special
I
presentation. And we have a special presentation this evening.
for
Lieutenant Baker and firefighter Benner Huddy. Come on up front.
Ben wants to talk. As you guys know, the two organizations came together when the Selby family was given bad news with Brody and his diabetes in February, March?
February.
Okay, and then with Maya in May when she was diagnosed with leukemia, so we put together several things to try to raise funds to help support the family. There was donation of sick time so that Jesse could be off with his family. GoFundMe page was started that brought in over $16,000. And that wasn't just local monies. I know names that I recognized from a distance. And then, as you guys know, in May 14th, we had a spaghetti dinner that was well supported by the community with people making baskets. I believe we had 100 and some, 134? Okay, I was reading the numbers, I just don't remember it. But we had over 134 baskets donated, and both organizations came together and really made it successful with the help of the community. And tonight we have the funds from the dinner to give to the Selby family, in total of $12,000. So between the GoFundMe and the union's donations and support of the community, that's kind of a nice piece of financial stability for them. So if they would like to come up, we'd like to donate this check to them. And hopefully, Maya, when you're feeling up to it, maybe a little Disney, just don't go in the lake.
Found the child.
Yeah.
We're gonna sing happy birthday tomorrow.
We can do that too.
Brody had flag football tonight, so he couldn't be with us.
Would you like to say anything?
That's my
Say anything? I'm not forcing you to, if you'd like to.
No, it was just wonderful, everybody coming together and working as a team. It was just amazing.
It was amazing to see such great support from our entire community and the firefighter family. Really humbling.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank
you.
guys. You guys can go if you'd like, or you can stick around for our board meeting if you want. Either way, it's up to you.
Yeah. Come on, Nina. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.
Good to see all of you.
Good to talk on the radio, so it's good to instruct you. Very good to talk on the radio.
Exactly.
Oh, they were gonna run or something. What? Oh, yeah, and Harry, Larry helped too, yeah. Take care, dude.
See you later.
Okay, we're going to be opening public portion, or a second portion. Does anyone have anything to say or would like to make a comment? Okay. Committee reports, please.
All right, well, here we can talk about the budget part too. We've been having the labor management meetings. Actually, things have been going very well. We've talked about the budget from A to Z. We looked at the administration, worked our way through. I'm just going to give you a quick overview because we have another meeting yet. And things have seemed to be working out pretty good. We were able to balance the budget with a carryover of $1,033,000 for next year, which is a good thing. We have a lot of stuff that I'll bring back. What I'd like to do, since we have to do the public hearing on the budget, I'd like to follow in after that, right into that, just to go over what we've done in labor management, if the levy fails, if the levy passes, where everything's going. So we're all on the same page and move forward, and then the next step would be to get the levy committee, a group of people together to start moving forward. Is that what we're looking at? So, I guess when would you guys like to have the meeting for this public hearing?
That would be, how many days are we into this now?
You just have to have 10 days notice.
Okay,
Publication
well,
in the
does the
paper.
10 days notice for the next time we put it out?
It's from your meeting date, so meeting date and then 10 days prior, you have to have it in the paper.
Okay, that will take us to, where's 2 weeks take us to? The 26th? So that'd be all
That's a
right.
Sunday.
27th.
27th.
29th would be the
2
next.
weeks.
Just do it 2 weeks.
Wednesday.
2 Wednesdays from now?
Yeah, that's the 29th.
Can't do the 29th, but the village thing.
Well, I
Village
don't-
thing.
Oh, we're cooking hot
I'm
dogs.
not in town right now, so I can do 20.
Right, I'm cooking hot dogs?
You're cooking on your
I'm
own.
cooking hot dogs.
About time.
You have the community thing going on.
Yeah, right.
So,
My suggestion is a week later, which is July 6th.
I'm not going anywhere.
Is that good for everybody?
August.
I know.
It's gotta be before those. We have to legislate by the 15th, gotta be the audit by the 20th.
Is that gonna get us ample amount of time afterwards to be able to put the auditor?
Yeah, because you already have the
Right.
resolution
So
done.
we
You
should
have
have
to pass it.
every duck in a row.
Yep.
July 6th, good for everybody?
July 6th, that's it.
Wait, is that a Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, that's.
All right,
7 o'clock
so
still?
get the 10-day notice out.
Yes, it'll go out tomorrow.
Still at 7?
7 o'clock. We'll put it in the newspaper tomorrow.
Yes, the 5th will.
Sorry about the drop on that.
We want to have a discussion about more than that. You're gonna have to also put that in the notice, that it's gonna be tax,
Right, okay.
it's gonna be tax levy and discussion,
Community meeting.
whatever you want to term it, something like further than that.
All right, no problem. We'll make it for that day.
Any other committee reports? We're gonna make that meeting also at 7 o'clock, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, we'll go to old business, resolution 1607. We're gonna give it to Stacy.
Resolution number 16-07 is a resolution pursuant to sections 5705.19 and 5705.191 of the Ohio Revised Code, declaring it necessary to submit to the electors of Madison Fire District, County of Lake, State of Ohio, the question of an additional 2 0/100, 2.00 mill levy for a continuing term on the November 8, 2016 election for the purposes of providing and maintaining fire, ambulance, or emergency equipment, buildings, and services in the district.
Need a motion, please, for resolution 1607.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
And a second, please.
I'll second.
Okay. Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Donner?
Yes.
Mr. Tackett?
Yes.
Mr. Best?
Yes.
Mr. Wayman?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Donaldson?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go to new business. Is this still the direction we are going with the surplus equipment, or what is our motions now?
Yeah, this would be 16-08.
Sure.
That's correct.
It's just a.
This is for the Explorer, just the Explorer, correct? Okay.
Mr. Chairman, are you going to read it? Resolution number 16-08 is a resolution declaring certain equipment owned by the Madison Fire District as surplus, not needed for public purpose, and obsolete, and authorizing the sale thereof. As identified in the text of the resolution, this is concerning a motor vehicle, the 2004 Ford Explorer 4x4 D6, identified by the district as 2141, and then the VIN number is also identified in the resolution. This would be through public sale or auction.
Any other discussion on this or questions?
Is this the vehicle that the former fire chief,
Yeah, the white one.
the white one that he used to drive? It's used as a chase vehicle right now, and it's not needed at all?
No.
We don't, do we use it at all?
Now and then, I don't think they use it as much
Just
as
a little bit of reserve at the other station, but it's not been that essential. Yeah, it was used over the winter time. I parked the newer vehicle, but that was the most it was used in the last probably 12
It's not an
15 months.
essential piece of equipment that we really need. Okay.
Very good. Roll call, please. I guess we can do a motion.
I'll make the motion, Mr. Chairman.
And a second.
I'll second.
And a roll call, please.
Mr. Takacs?
Yes.
Mr. Best?
Yes.
Mr. Wayman?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Donaldson?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Okay, chief's report?
Okay. As we talked about, when we come in for that meeting, we'll have a little better extra plan where we're going with selling of some of the equipment, the land. We'll talk about the land and plan if the levy fails and things like that. So just, I don't think there's anything else that we need to bring up right now about that meeting until after we're done, correct? Mr. Hackett, Mr. Goner?
Oh, I think we will need to talk about it. This is when we're gonna talk about it, because I think the board needs to be brought up to speed on a number of the discussion items. Whether we do that tonight or on the 6th of July, I guess, doesn't matter that much, but.
Okay. I think we'll save it for the 6th. By that time, we'll have more etched in stone after we get through the numbers and stuff that we have for the next meeting. Okay, so we didn't do that. I need the board to make a motion and vote on the new squad that we approved to purchase. I put it on hold till November. A lot of it was due on the fact that, you know, where we're at budget-wise and some other discussions I have with other people. But the best thing was to do is to put it on hold till November to see where we're at. I'd like to have the board, if you would, just go ahead and, because the whole process was to try to keep the district whole. We have a truck that was rolled over that, you know, is part of that payoff for, you know, being traded in for the new one. They're good to hold it till November till we figure out where we're gonna be. So I'd like to get the board just to go ahead and say it's okay to put it on hold and leave it on hold for now.
Yeah, we should make I'll make a motion that the purchase that was approved by the board in April for new rescue squad be put on hold until time is, till November, till time is determined that we need to purchase it.
Do you want to just eliminate the legislation altogether and vote it down? Or?
Yes. I would prefer
Would
that.
that be better way to do it?
Yes, so,
Okay.
but I don't want, I hate to leave things open because they get
Sure.
forgotten and they get
Right.
forgotten, and where is it this way?
We can always bring it back.
We can always bring it back as a legislation.
Then, so I can modify my motion,
Please.
that the board withdraw our approval of the purchase of the squad that was approved for purchase in the April meeting.
Okay, second that. We'll have a roll call now.
Mr. Wayman?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Donaldson?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Mr. Takacs?
Yes.
Mr. Best?
Yes. Do we need to vote that other one down on the technicality at all, or will this supersede that?
I believe that that's just what you did.
We can.
Yeah, I was just gonna quickly look back
Okay.
to see which resolution number it was.
No, it was the April meeting. I wasn't here.
Okay. That's right there. Was that one? No, I won't be in that's because we passed it. Kind of would have passed this.
Approve the May meeting packet.
I'm trying to get.
You guys did that by resolution?
No. I'm not seeing that.
I was gonna say, I wasn't here, but I was
No,
thinking
it's in
we done that by resolution, as far as on my motion.
It was in April.
Yeah, it was the April meeting, because I was out.
You were out of town.
April 20th, surplus equipment.
You didn't assign
It
a
was simply a
resolution
motion.
number.
It was a motion.
There's a motion.
Right.
You did it.
Motion by Mr. Wayman, seconded by Mr. Anderson.
Right.
on the April 20th, 2016 meeting.
So, Mr. Chairman, you didn't assign a resolution, so you basically just withdrew your authority to
That's
proceed in
fine,
action.
just making sure we're crossing the Ts and dotting the Is. Do we have anything else, Chief?
Oh, yeah, I got stuff more to go, not on that particular item.
Okay.
Next thing, I know we had a conversation, it's been a couple months now, for VFIS. We've been doing a lot of research into this. There was actually, I talked to the person that was involved, I'm not gonna mention his name. When looking, there's boxes and boxes of stuff for all this. There was nothing found where Workman's Comp did what they were supposed to do. They paid them, VFIS paid them like they were supposed to, because all the canceled checks, or copies of the checks were in the file. And I could not find anything in all the correspondence, and there's probably about 4,000 pages of anything where the district said that firefighters could not have a disability, that the administration put anything out that says that you can't have, you know, the disability from the district, because it's part of the VFIS. So it's there, it's part of, it's one of the policies, it's part of that whole overall umbrella policy. So I could not find anything that says that you guys weren't allowed to have it. We had to go out and get your own. And I know I've talked to a couple other guys that said, do you remember seeing it in writing? Nobody's been able to see it in writing. And I talked to the person that had involved, he said he was only told it. He was not given anything in writing that says it. So with that, it's kind of hard to say that the district, you know, didn't, because there's nothing in writing to say that, you know, it was. So right now, there's nothing, I mean, they can still have to go ahead.
Who cashed the check?
He did,
Okay.
yeah. I got all of them, there's copies, yeah, there's copies of all of them. So, at least that's what, I mean, I got copies of all the checks that he was sent. I don't have the canceled
I was
checks.
just wondering if he signed them over to the district to continue his uninterrupted salary. Maybe that's where they said that we couldn't.
No, they were all addressed right to him, they went right to him, so, yeah. No, because we didn't mention his name. And we didn't mention his name or safe. So, but yeah, all the checks were addressed to him, and I talked to him, and, you know, he has the same ones, all, you know, the canceled ones, so. I don't know where the thing come in where the fireman said that the district said they can't have both, but we have it, we're paying for it. I know these guys have got Aflac, they have a choice if they want to stick with the Aflac, or maybe we do something because we have it. You know, well, that'll be for another discussion. Although that talk about that policy brought somebody else out of the woodwork, and I'm researching that person's issue. So another 4 or 5 hours of, I've already got like 4 hours dealing with it now. So I've been on the phone with VFIS, and that started today. So I'll follow up and see where we're at once that's completed. Just let the board know we hired 4 part-timers. They're going through their backgrounds and physicals. We'll be bringing them on board here shortly. I know you guys I sent you a text the night after we had our, I think it was a labor management meeting. We had a false call down at the end of Tuttle. It was an 11-year-old girl, 2 of them, pranking one of their mothers. Called her up and told her that somebody chased her into the lake and she was drowning. And her mother called 911, which I don't have an issue with the mother, what she did. It's a child, so. But the second child involved, she's brought a letter. I sent it out to the crews for them to see it, and Chief Byers. She has a nice apology letter for doing, she's learned her lesson. I know her mother was really giving her a hard time here, and when she brought her in, to have her apologize to me and give me the letter. She lost her phone privileges, she was grounded. Actually, her mother said I could have her for the whole summer to wash trucks. I said, no, there's no reason to do that. Maybe one time, but that we had that, but it's been taken care of. You see in the back, they're working on the driveway. That's to repair for where the drop in the driveway, so that's being taken care of. We talked about the Oh, there's a public records request, and I've got a few hours into that, actually, for the second round. I think I have an answer, I'll be able to supply that for the person once I get some time tomorrow. And in your packet, you have your inspection packet for the month. If you guys have any questions, I'll take questions now. Good. That's all I have. Unless there's anything from you guys that are part of the labor management bill. Anything? Todd? Mr. Goner?
No, not
Mr. Tack?
this session.
Okay. That's all I have.
Thank you. Closing public portion? Just checking. Never know, you know. Closing board comments.
Chairman, I do have one issue. I would like to see the fiscal officer provide the overtime status in our packets on an ongoing basis. We have the bills and payroll, but I think similar to what we do in the village. Synopsis of full-time, overtime, and anybody else who's put on overtime, staff overtime, and that kind of stuff. So
You want it in the packet for that, or you want it?
provided, provided, one with the payroll and as you're doing now, the UAM payroll, provide a summary of the overtime. For not only for full-time staff, but for also.
Good for anybody.
Else.
You paying me overtime?
Not today.
Say, well, administrator. No problem, we can get that
That's all
for
I
you.
have.
Any other comments?
Mr. Chairman, I know everybody likes to get home early, but I would, before we terminate this meeting, I would like an executive session with the 6 board members, legal counsel, to discuss potential personnel matter and discipline.
Okay, I do have a comment before we vote on that, so we don't move out. And then we'll move to your.
Okay.
My comment is, it has to do with the labor management and other business that occurs and notification of the rest of this board that we are made aware of what's going on before I sit down to this table. I don't think it's fair to other members of the board that, you know, either you or Ken and Ken can let us know what's going on in those meetings prior to sitting down here, because we had some business that truly I was not aware of. And obviously there was either some type of discussion, and I don't know, I don't want to circumvent sunshine laws. Am I getting too ahead of myself to be able to request that? Can we have that discussion? There's all this anymore of this fear of us communicating with one another, you know, not being in a public forum. We get, a little iffy about that, so I just would like to have some type of communication with labor management, with the rest of this board, as to, you know, what happens before we sit down at this table, so we can at least have a somewhat heads up. Now, are we going into a gray area by doing so?
Well, you can't have the discussion back and forth, and you can't have any, decisions being made. The best avenue to explore those types of discussions would be an executive session for a labor management talk, because you're basically considering your side of negotiations.
Okay.
You can have that.
So.
And you can also engage in labor management discussions outside
Okay,
of
but
a
I'm
public
talking about
meeting.
the discussions that are occurring now between labor and management, okay, and those discussions are not.
They're not part of it.
Monetary discussions, they're protocol and their input, and they're good things, but, you know, I just, a lot of people know I don't like to be kind of blindsided, I feel like a little bit blindsided. I'm good with that, thank you. That's my only comment that I have, and please make that request with some notification, and just give it to the rest of this board, that's all.
I don't have a problem with that, Mr. Chairman. I apologize if you feel that way. It wasn't intentionally done.
Oh, I didn't think that was intentionally done, but it happened, and if I don't address this, it continues to happen. And coming from where I come from, in our village business, it's happened over the course of the years where these things occur, and I become a little gun shy. Let me second things.
I understand, no, and again,
Okay.
my apologies, I just maybe made an assumption that everybody was on the same page, but.
Okay, very good. And then, thank you. And then, so we have a request for an executive session. And I guess we would have a roll call.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Donaldson?
Yes.
Mr. Gantner?
Yes.
Mr. Tackett?
Yes.
Mr. Best?
Yes.
Mr. Wayman?
Yes.
7:30. There will not be any business afterwards?
No.